The Disappearance of Michael Gaine. Every mystery leaves behind a question. Every disaster leaves behind a story. Here at Mystery and Disaster Files, we uncover the real events, examine the evidence, and explore the mysteries that continue to puzzle the world. If you're ready to discover what really happened, let's begin. On the morning of Thursday, March 20th, 2025, Mike Gaine, a 56-year-old sheep farmer, left his home at Craig East, about 8 kilometers outside Kenmare, County Kerry, Ireland. Like countless mornings before, he planned to spend the day tending to his farm, a property stretching across nearly 1,000 acres of rugged hills, open fields, and woodland. To those who knew him, it appeared to be an ordinary day. Mike was a respected member of the local community, known for his dedication to farming and his involvement in motorsport. Friends described him as dependable, hardworking, and deeply attached to his land. Nothing about his behavior suggested he intended to disappear. One of the last confirmed sightings of Mike occurred that morning when CCTV captured him buying phone credit at a Centra store in Kenmare. After that, no one could say with certainty where he went. When he failed to return home, concern quickly turned into alarm. His vehicle was later found parked at his farmyard, with personal belongings still inside. Investigators also established that he had left behind essential items, including his phone and wallet, making a voluntary disappearance seem unlikely. Family members emphasized that Mike had also been dealing with a leg injury, making it difficult for him to travel long distances on foot. On March 21st, his family reported him missing. What followed became one of the largest missing person searches ever conducted in County Kerry. Hundreds of volunteers joined members of An Garda Síochána, Ireland's national police service. They were assisted by the Irish Defence Forces, the Irish Coast Guard, specialist search and rescue teams, drone operators, search dogs, divers, and the Garda Water Unit. Together they searched forests, rivers, lakes, steep mountainsides, isolated farmland, abandoned buildings, and countless kilometers of rough terrain surrounding Mike's farm. Investigators also carried out painstaking searches of farm buildings, machinery, slurry tanks, streams, and drainage systems, hoping to uncover even the smallest clue. Days turned into weeks. Despite thousands of hours of searching, almost nothing was found. The lack of evidence puzzled experienced investigators. There were no confirmed sightings after the morning of March 20th, no obvious signs of an accident, and no indication that Mike had chosen to leave his life behind voluntarily. As the search continued, concern within the investigation steadily increased. If you're enjoying this investigation, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Mystery and Disaster Files. It helps us bring you more real mysteries, historic disasters, and true stories from around the world. By late April 2025, Gardaí announced that the case was no longer being treated solely as a missing person investigation. Based on evidence gathered during the inquiry, detectives formally reclassified it as a suspected homicide investigation, although they continued appealing to the public for information that might help explain what had happened. The announcement shocked the quiet farming community around Kenmare. Search operations intensified once again. Specialist forensic teams examined the farm in extraordinary detail while detectives interviewed witnesses and reviewed CCTV footage from surrounding areas. Then, nearly 2 months after Mike vanished, the investigation took a heartbreaking turn. In May 2025, while slurry was being spread on Mike's farm, human tissue was discovered. The area was immediately sealed off and declared a crime scene. Forensic experts from the Garda Technical Bureau, supported by members of the Defence Forces, carried out detailed examinations of the farm and surrounding land. A few days later, DNA testing confirmed the remains belonged to Michael Gaine. The discovery brought an end to the search for the missing farmer but marked the beginning of a murder investigation. Detectives continued collecting forensic evidence, interviewing witnesses, and following multiple lines of inquiry. Authorities assigned a family liaison officer to support Mike's relatives while the investigation remained active. Throughout 2025, the case remained one of Ireland's most closely followed criminal investigations. For weeks, the disappearance had raised difficult questions. How could a well-known farmer vanish from his own property without anyone seeing what happened? Why had one of the country's largest search operations initially found so little? And what events unfolded on that quiet spring morning in rural County Kerry? Although later developments moved the investigation forward, the disappearance of Michael Gaine remains one of the most significant criminal cases in modern Irish history, remembered for the extraordinary search effort, the resilience of his family, and the determination of investigators to uncover the truth. What do you think really happened? Share your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new investigation. Thank you for watching Mystery and Disaster Files, and we'll see you in the next case.